Hello, hello, and welcome, or should I say ho, 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 Christmas cousins. I'm Cousin Chad.
And I'm Cousin Seth.
And we've got a major show ahead for you. We have two guests here that I was going to bring them on after we announce them and everything, but I kind of like when they just stare at us and we do the intro. It's fun. It's like part of our live studio audience, which is here, but we do just really fast. We are the Christmas cousins. I'm Cousin Chad, and I'm way into the holidays, the seasons, and celebrating every moment that we can. Cousin Seth was into nothing. He was living in just a sea of darkness like Joseph Conrad and was just doing no activities, no pumpkin anything, no holiday things, no Christmas things, nothing. So I said, Seth, let's do a podcast where it's a journey. We follow you, see how it goes, take you through. We've met great people. We've had a lot of fun. You've almost thrown up several times on air, which one time we'll get the full Monty going, Seth, but that's for another episode. Or maybe it's for tonight, because tonight it's the Pumpkin Beer Tasting and Review, our second annual. And we have with us a returning favorite and a new guest. So let me introduce one that everybody knows, near and dear to our hearts. We have Joe, the Christmas aficionado, famed on YouTube. He's famed all over the world. He's got a monetized YouTube channel. That's right, ladies, monetized. So Joe, at Christmas aficionado, welcome back. This is amazing.
All right. This is the show we've been waiting for. This is the time of year that beers are good. We've getting out of this crappy summer lemony kind of IPA crap that they put out every year into the fall. I'm ready to drink. Let's get started.
Oh, I love that. Okay, I like that. It almost sounded prepared, like someone did work for the show.
Yeah.
I love that. And we have been talking about this for a while. Like, we've been talking about this episode since we did the spring beers, because we were all waiting. And I can't believe it's finally here. So we have a guest that is just a monumental figure in the world of Christmas podcasting. If I had a Mount Rushmore, he would have been the 7th or 8th face on there, at least. So, and right after Bob, who is on the Festive Foreign Fans podcast, we have his co-host. Now, we've had Bob from Festive Foreign Film Fans, but we've never gotten Mark. So finally, once Seth's $10,000 transfer went through to him, he agreed to appear. Mark, welcome to the Christmas Cousins show.
Wow. Thank you so much. Thanks for having me. I'm really excited. I just want to let you know that this morning I got up, I tended my pumpkin patch, and then I went to Starbucks and I got a pumpkin spice latte. Then I watched Charlie Brown, the Great Pumpkin, and then lastly I went and you can't really tell it, but I got sprayed orange today at the tanning salon. So I've worked really hard in preparation for this monumental event, and I was drinking all day.
Wow. That is dedication right there.
Yes.
Thank you, Mark. So you've gone full pumpkin today, which we like to hear.
Yep.
And truthfully, you are ahead of Bob on my Mount Rushmore of Christmas podcasters, but he's been on more, so I had to say that. But you'd be right next to Teddy Roosevelt, who also has a Christmas podcast, a great one, by the way.
Yeah. It's amazing. I did not know that. And you know what? Bob's not here to defend himself, so that's okay.
Yeah, exactly. You know what? He is trying to join. He's having technical difficulties. My whole goal is to have you two together on, but it's great. For those of you who haven't listened, the Festive Foreign Film Fans podcast, your latest episode, which was a film in Lebanon, I absolutely loved. We actually got a shout out on it, which was fun. You played a clip of our theme song on there. That was really excellent. I do have something that a bone to pick. Now, listen to this, Seth and Joe. They're saying their consultant wanted them to get more of a youthful audience. And so they were talking about ways to do that, which was really funny. Maybe self-tanning, act depressed, things like that. But then later in the show, they start doing Blondie references. And that is no way to get a younger audience, Mark, at all. Blondie is just, that audience hasn't been young in decades.
Well, by younger, we were going for even 50. Yes.
He shaved about 15 to 20 years off when doing that. So
exactly.
It's a gradual step down.
Right.
There you go. And for those of you who don't know Joe's Christmas aficionado YouTube, he just put out his Home Alone 2 filming locations YouTube video. So check it out at Christmas aficionado or at Christmas_aficionado. I never know. Joe doesn't even know.
I don't even know.
No, but check that out. It is not just, he doesn't just go from location to location. It's very funny. He does some skits. He does some acting in it. He really put a lot of effort into it. I watched it with my wife, and we ended up watching the whole thing. We would have enjoyed it if it was longer even. I thought it was your best episode yet, Joe. Seth, I'm putting you on the spot. Have you seen that episode?
I have not.
Seth, Have you seen any of Joe's episodes ever?
Yes, I have. I absolutely have. I have not seen this one, so
Well,
Okay.
I don't. Oh,
you
sorry,
haven't
go
watched
ahead.
Home Alone 2 yet, though, right? So you have
I
not
have
watched
not.
that movie. And
I have
so-
not. But I just noticed that coming up, and this is still on topic, that Macaulay Culkin himself is coming to the Rosemont Theater out here on
What?
December 6th. Yep, following
Wow.
a screening of Home Alone, the first one. So at that point, I will have seen both of them.
Hello.
I don't know.
Wow.
What if there'll be a meet and greet?
there is a he's coming here in Johnstown, PA, which is probably about an hour east of Pittsburgh. And
Okay.
tickets go on sale tomorrow. I am hoping to get a ticket for the
Oh, wow.
December 11th. It's the day before I go to Christmas Con. So that would be an amazing thing if I can meet Macaulay Culkin, then go to Christmas Con. Like I'm just I'm all about it. So I'm going to be trying to get my tickets tomorrow. I have to go, VIP. That I'm going to have to do that.
Wow.
So then for those of you who want to meet Joe in person, he will also be maybe December 11th in Johnstown at this thing. That may be the big draw, not Macaulay Culkin.
That's exactly it. Yeah.
That's why I would go. Wow, this is great. So looks like Bob, your co-host Mark, is trying to log on again.
I haven't heard from him, but he popped in. Now he's gone. Wait, Bob.
Let's see. He might be here. There's private chat. He said, am I in? Bob, you were in. Are you there now, Bob? This is great. I love doing this live on air. Seth, this is fantastic start. Bob, are you there?
Oh, this we have.
Are you asleep? Wake up, Bob. Are you there? Can you hear us?
You have a walking mic.
All right. Well, we are going to wait and see if he comes back on or not. This is an excellent.
Oh man.
Okay. Oh, Bob,
I
when
really
you're back,
should've-
let us know. Okay.
Did you dump him out, or did he cut out?
I took him off the stage, and we'll see if he can get back in there or not. So, because we're ready to go. I'm thirsty, gentlemen.
Off stage. Let us know.
Yeah.
Bring it right back in.
Yes, we will if he wakes up. Do you think, Mark? Are you close enough where someone can run over there and check on Bob, make sure everything's okay?
You know what? I can text my wife and see if she can drive. Bob lives about 3 miles away. So
Okay.
yeah,
Guys are close.
yeah.
That would be great if you could bring your microphone. I don't know how long the wire is, but just drive over there.
Knock on the door. Bob.
Yes.
Hello, Bob. But I'm afraid this is only going to perpetuate the rumor that Bob and I are one of the same persons.
I haven't seen you two together yet, so
I'm starting to believe it. I'm starting to believe it.
Seriously, like a little Clark Kent
Big
Superman
reveal
thing.
moment. Face off.
Well, there he is. He's now Mark is at his door. Okay, he's ringing the doorbell to see if Bob is there. Let's see. Okay, he's knocking. Can you try to open it? Okay, he's trying to open it up.
He can't even get into the door.
No. Oh wait, he got in. Okay, what's going on there? Oh my gosh!
Wrong room, wrong place.
I'm out of here.
Yeah, just close it. Wow. Okay. Oh my gosh, that's he's running back. Oh my gosh.
I gotta get back.
That was okay. You're back. Thank you, Mark. I'm glad you're okay.
Man, you know what? For a guy my age running 3 miles that fast, I'm impressed.
That was impressive. But anyway, we are not here. Bob has a way, even when he's not on, to make it all about him, which is pretty impressive. So, I can hear you now. He's saying, "Oh no, let's try it." Bob, are you there now? Can you hear us?
I am. I can hear you. Can you hear me?
Oh my God.
Yes.
I had to switch like 7 different computers, but I'm on my wife's and it doesn't have a camera. So sorry.
Okay, that's fine. We're happy. We know what you look like. We just learned what Mark looked like. You didn't tell us he looked like a young Paul Newman. This is really exciting for us. So,
So he's been filling you in on us, on everything?
We got all the dirt. We spoke about the Lebanese episode, how you're trying to appeal to a younger audience with Blondie references, the whole thing. So you have to go back and listen. He's like Ralph on the Howard Stern show, just late, and then asks us to just recap everything for him personally. So Bob, welcome. We did say we were looking forward to this episode since we did the spring beers episode in like March or April, and it's finally here, which is really exciting.
I'm so excited. You know what though? The hardest thing was trying to find new pumpkin beers. I was shocked. I found tons of holiday ones, surprisingly. And
Really?
only, I was struggling to have ones that we didn't already cover.
Huh. Did you guys find that issue too?
Yeah, I think I have the other problem. I've drank so many pumpkin beers that trying to find ones that I've never had before was pretty damn hard. I did find one, and then I found two, and then I brought a pumpkin because obviously we all have to drink pumpkin. So.
Yes. Although we brought the caramel one, the caramel pumpkin.
Oh, you did? Oh, okay, fun.
Yes.
Wait, Bob and Mark, you guys, do you have the same beers?
No. Yeah, because I had to go shopping. No, we don't have the same ones.
Same beers, just the same.
Okay.
Yeah,
the same pumpkin.
The pumpkin.
Okay. I picture you two like living together like Bert and Ernie style.
Yeah, two twin beds.
Well, we're still not going to believe that they're two separate people because I'm trying to keep an eye on Mark's lips to see if he's actually like talking with Bob.
He's a great ventriloquist.
Yes.
Right. And Bob is coming.
Actually.
And he has an awesome paperclip collection.
Really? Wow. That's a whole nother episode. So here's what we're going to do. I think we each brought a couple beers, maybe some more. Joe has a very special, I believe, a pumpkin moonshine, which is really kicking it off. This will air on Thursday, the 12th. We are recording this earlier in the week, very early in the week. So moonshine's a bold move. You must not have too busy of a work week ahead. So I'm excited for this, Joe. I think let's start off with our newest guest, Seth, unless you think otherwise. Mark should kick it off with his first pumpkin beer, and then maybe we'll get into that pumpkin moonshine and move on, or whatever.
While he's opening
that,
when do we get the plan for what we're going to do for Seth for the Halloween season? I want the houses. I want the corn maze. We want to drop him in the middle of the corn maze and see if he can make his way out.
Well, those 3-hour ones.
Mark and I are going to blindfold him and spin him around and put him right in the center of it.
I love this. I don't know where the night ends, but I know it starts at Beer on the Wall in Park Ridge, and wherever it goes from there, it goes.
There you go. I kind of like dropping him in the maze in Richardson, Illinois, and seeing how he can get back to Arlington Heights on his own. First out of the maze and then back to Arlington Heights.
There's no Ubers out by Richardson.
Yeah. Oh, I like this idea.
So Mark, you need to understand that Seth is like a corporate industrialist, and he doesn't even know what an Uber is. He just calls Jeeves to come pick him up and drive him home back.
He's extremely well. Seth doesn't like when I mention it, but he's extremely wealthy, so he doesn't really drive his own car often. But,
wow.
I've been seen out in public in it quite often.
Right. But I know Seth asked me to limit how much we discuss his wealth because people keep hitting him up for stuff. So anyway.
To give you an example, Mark, just to show you how he views the world, we asked him one time, we said, your favorite Christmas places in the United States, and his first pick was England.
London. Yes,
he thought that was right down the street.
Very forward thinking. I'm like, maybe it's going to go backwards.
That was a classic. That was classic, Seth. The top U.S. Christmas destinations. Your number one choice was London, England. That was an amazing one.
I missed that little part.
You missed that year in geography.
Yeah. Yes. When you have a corporate jet, everything's close.
That's true.
Exactly.
And Seth he missed actually the day where they talked about what happened at the end of the American Revolution. He thought we were still part of England. So in fairness to you, Seth, London could have been, but that's a whole other story. Yeah, it's fair. So, and we don't have sponsors like the Festive Foreign Fans. They have different sponsors every week and they give away stickers and stuff. But if anybody sees Seth in the wild, send a picture and we'll send you some merch. That's my claim. So, Mark, what do you have here? Let's actually, Joe, we're only a quarter of an hour in, and we're about to taste the first beer.
And I'm thirsty.
It's always my fault.
This is a
Totally.
two-parter.
Yes, they have to be. So, all right. So, do you want to go, Mark, and give us your very first choice?
It's a beer by Brooklyn Brewery. It's called Post Road, the Pumpkin Ale.
I believe I've actually had that one before. I have had that one before, actually. Oh, I'm excited. Okay.
Well, this is at Brooklyn Brewery. I mean, it's been around a long time. I think it's like in the late '80s they came into one of the first breweries in New York State.
Oh, really? Oh, I like that. Okay. So that's a colonial style pumpkin ale. Brooklyn Post Road Pumpkin Ale brings you delicious rendition of traditional American classic with pounds of real pumpkin. So it's actually healthy for you, Mark, to drink it. And okay, real Dinkinson pumpkins and warming nutmeg. So this is exciting. Now, Mark, you didn't hesitate. You cracked that open and chugged it. I know you just got over COVID.
I did.
So, is this what you drank to get better?
This is part of my doctor's recommendation. She said she's awesome. She's a great physician. And she said, look, I know what you like. You like gin and you like beer. She's like, put them all together, mix them up, and then just drink them. And so
was that when you were out for drinks or what?
No, she texts me all the time. Okay. She checks on me. She wants my liver readings at all times.
That's right.
Yeah.
See, Seth, it's much better. When Seth had COVID, he just drank bleach the whole time, and he's still here, so he's okay.
Something's going to do it.
Yeah. Something's going to do it. So, Mark, you took a sip. Yeah. You took the. This is your first. Is this your first pumpkin beer of the year?
It is. This is my first pumpkin beer. I mean, like I told you, I was all pumpkin today. And I waited this special day to have my first pumpkin beer.
Oh, we appreciate that. That's great. So are you tasting in this real Dickinson pumpkins? I mean, are you getting a lot of pumpkin flavor? What are your thoughts here?
I would say
Post Road.
Yep. I would say definitely taste the pumpkins. I heard you say something about nutmeg. I'm not really tasting the nutmeg. This is very smooth. It's very smooth beer. It's pretty low alcohol too. I think it's only about 5%. So it's not like one of those heavy pumpkin beers where you drink a couple and then you're out and about. I'm sure Bob has shared with you our 13 beers of Halloween we do every year.
Yes.
Yeah, which is kicking off in another month.
Yes.
But it's this is very light, very flavorful. This is kind of, I think you could have 3 or 4 of these with very limited mistakes.
And since it's 5%, you're going to do 3 or 4 tonight, aren't you, Mark?
I could. I was actually thinking about maybe just 1 or 2 of these and maybe a couple more of the heavier alcohol ones that we're going to still do in the show.
We need that moonshine. We need the pumpkin moonshine.
Exactly. That is coming. It's coming soon. Maybe next up. I like that. Yeah. So what are you, we do have a rating system, Mark, where you are rating this out of 5, and out of 5, whatever is up to you. So what are you giving this at a scale? Now, remember, you have other beers to go. So you're the first one out of 5. What are you rating this one?
I would give this a 3.
A 3 out of 5. Not bad. All right.
Yeah. Very flavorful.
Gentlemen, 3 out of 5 what?
3 out of 5 people from Festive Foreign Film Fans would drink this.
Wow.
Nice, okay.
Our fans. Those are 3 fans. We got
That's right.
Yeah.
You, Mark, and Jake.
Yeah. That's
hey, we religiously listen every
time. Multiple times.
Just to get those numbers up. Listen again.
That's right. Bob, I did enjoy your new episode of the Lebanese movie a lot. And the interesting thing that you guys have touched on before is that you hear from people all the time that their favorite parts aren't necessarily the movie reviews, it's your banter. And that's what I find too. I enjoy just you two. I enjoy the movie part too, but I like when you two are just talking and throwing it out there, and you're talking to your consultants, a fun bit too. So,
Chad, what's so funny is my wife and I had this conversation this morning. She goes, it's such a narrow niche. Can you expand it beyond the foreign films? And I said, yeah, but we're the only one doing it.
That's right.
And she goes, doesn't that tell you something?
Oh, man.
Well, for those of you who are listening, you might think of Festive Foreign Film Fans like you were two like snobby auteurs, like you're going to be there having a very serious discourse on cinema. But it's a fun show. I thought that when I first listened. I didn't know what to expect. I turned on out of curiosity, and I was like, "Oh, these guys are excellent, a lot of fun." So Joe, have you listened? Have you been able to check out their show yet?
Yes, I have. I've not listened to every episode, and I actually try to watch the movie before I listen. Because I feel like if you listen to a movie, you talk about it. Sometimes you guys there was a couple. There's one, I don't remember which one it was. You guys talked about it. And I was like, oh, okay. I don't know what you're getting at, so I can't remember which is the one that I watched. It was one. I'm gonna have to go back and look, but there was a movie I watched. This was a couple months ago, and then I listened to you guys talk about it, and that's the best way to do it. So,
and I know what you're saying. We don't like to give spoilers, so there are times where we won't say things. So if you don't watch the movie, you don't really get the point that we're making.
Yeah. And there's other times where we don't know where we're trying to get at. So there's that too.
That's usually the case.
But I did enjoy your 1 year anniversary audio. I was like, oh, I'm gonna listen to the interview of Alonzo, and then you guys were like, oh, but that's coming in part 2. And I was like, son of a
the consultant told them to do that.
We knew he was the draw. We're gonna keep it till the end of the season. Oops. We didn't have time for Alonzo. Next episode.
That was your who shot JR moment right there. So there's your younger audience for you, Mark. Bobby Ewing and JR Ewing reference. So there we go. So we kicked off with a 3 out of 5. And at this rate, we're 1 beer per 20 minutes. We'll be here till the winter beer tasting. Joe, do you want to kick us off? Do you want to kick us off with the pumpkin moonshine? We're all most excited about that. Or what order were you thinking? I like the moonshine at the top of the show.
Let me do a beer first, and then we'll hit the pumpkin moonshine. I've had the pumpkin moonshine. I'll talk about it, but I feel like, this is a beer discussion. But
he doesn't want to slur for the rest of the episode.
No, that definitely took a toll.
Karaoke later. Yeah.
So as we talked about, I had a hard time finding pumpkin beers that I hadn't tried yet. I mean, makes me sound like an alcoholic, but also too, Pennsylvania has really crappy alcohol liquor laws. So it's not as easy for me to get stuff unless I go out of state.
Especially in that Wilkes-Barre? I hear that area is terrible.
Yeah, it's Pennsylvania just has awful laws in place, and they control the liquor stores here, and you have to. I think beer companies have so hard time getting their beers outside of the tri-state area, essentially, which really sucks. But every once in a while, I come across ones. But I figured that this is something that I have to bring to the show because I have been known to hate even though I love them, but I also hate Floyds. I hate the 3 Floyds. Now. They don't have. I could not find a pumpkin beer, but I came close. They have an Oktoberfest beer. It is called...
Joe, can I before you do that, I just want to say for those of you who haven't heard every moment of this show, and shame on you if you haven't, Joe, every time we have a beer tasting, brings on a 3 Floyds Brewing. So, Mark, you might not know this. He brings in a 3 Floyds Brewing beer. And every time he goes, I love these guys. And he tastes the beer, and he is decidedly underwhelmed every single time. And what happened in some episodes, we've actually had the 3 Floyd brothers call in and kind of had it out for him. They kind of got angry with Joe. So we'll see how he likes that. They might call back. I don't know. We'll see what happens. But I'm glad you brought it, Joe.
I thought we got a cease and desist letter. Not to have Joe ever drink.
I'm ignoring that, man. Yeah. I'm ignoring that. Bobby, you can be my lawyer, right?
Yeah. Hey, Joe, by the way, the Wilkes-Barre reference, that's where Mark's from.
Then Mark is very well aware of our crappy Pennsylvania laws.
The liquor laws, they're horrible. The Liquor Control Board. You know how many times they gave me citations? But it's another story. Sorry, different day.
I loved it. The discussion of the bureaucracies and policies of Pennsylvania alcohol liquor policy. This is fantastic.
It sucks. It just sucks.
Horrible.
It is bootlegging.
Chad, your consultant's you're gonna get a call from him.
Oh yeah, I certainly am.
Stay away from the regulatory stuff.
There he is.
Exactly. I can hear. There he is now, but I'm not answering. But I do hear people tuning away from the radio as we speak.
So this one's called Munster Fest. It's their Oktoberfest beer.
Okay.
Let's see if I can improve my ratings of Three Floyds Brewing.
Wow, here we go. The Munsterfest Three Floyds Brewing. Okay, so it's a Marzen style fest beer brewed with finest German malted barley. And Joe, we know, has a German ancestry. So maybe this will agree with you. Aromatic Bavarian noble hops. The marriage. Oh, it was originally brewed to honor the marriage of Prince Ludwig in 1810. That's interesting. So this is an old recipe.
Wow.
Yeah, I like it. Yes.
Here's to Prince Ludwig.
Yes,
All
here
right.
we go. Prince Ludwig, everybody.
So here, will they call or not?
Yes.
I'm going to say they're not going to call because I am going to give this 4 Floyd brothers.
Oh,
Wow. Did you?
Very
Oh, now they're
Oh, my.
texting. Did you hear that? 4 Floyd
Floyd
brothers.
brothers. Mm-hmm.
Yeah, one
You
out of
think-
5. 1 out of 5.
Ah, Shay, it's me, Tipsy Floyd again. I'm back, boy. Shay, what's going on here, 4?
I think it's messing with us. He's a real smart.
Floyd's call back later. He liked your beer. 4 out of 5 is good. Okay, I hung up on them. They won't call back. I'll be fine, guys. All right. Oh God, I'm not. No, should I get it, Seth?
You kind of have to. I mean,
All right, fine.
kind of.
All right. Ah, Shay, what do you mean 4 out of 5? Shay, where's you live? Wilkes-Barre, Pittsburgh? We're going over there, Shane.
I'll find him. Yeah, that's right.
That's right, Shay. All right.
All
There
3
we
of
go.
us. All 3 of us will be there.
Yeah, I hear them. Okay. So anyway, Mark, aren't you happy you joined?
I am. And hey, you know what? Anybody always to be online with another Pennsylvanian, it's great. You know, it's we'll
You guys ought to do a
Isn't that-
special Christmas in Pennsylvania.
Yes.
Yeah, we can start in Johnstown, make our way up to Butler. I actually went to Slippery Rock too earlier in my career. You know, so go through the mountains, end up in Beaver Valley, right? Because everybody wants.
This is more exciting than the bureaucry talk. The minutia of the Scranton Wilkes-Barre area
Rock
is
right into
fantastic.
Beavertown.
Yeah, Beaver Valley,
go to
not
that.
Beaver Town.
Welcome
the,
to Intercourse PA, the new podcast.
That's right. Live from Luzerne County, we're at the Stegmeyer Mansion. Here we go, everybody. So,
That's right.
yeah, I think actually Vice President Harrison made a stop in Wilkes-Barre today. Actually,
Did she really?
I saw. I believe so. Yeah, she's probably listening to us right now as we speak.
I would think she's back on the bus
Visiting
listening.
the
and
birthplace of Mark Chandler, wasn't she? Is that where she stopped?
That's what she said. Yes. Now people are voting left and right, literally left and right. They can't
Right.
decide with Mark.
Can't
So,
decide, yeah.
so
I have
Joe, you
no
gave that.
platform.
That's right. You gave that a 4 out of 5, Joe. So we're doing pretty well. 3 and a 4. The 3 Floyds are not so bad. They got a 4. So Bob, what do you have for us? We can't see it, but we can hear it.
Well, what I can't remember, Chad, is if this one is the one that I on the bubble. Like I don't think I've had it before, but I think you might have had it. It's the New Belgian, the Atomic Pumpkin. Did you have that one last time, or did you have New Holland?
I believe I did have the Atomic Pumpkin. Yes.
Okay.
And I saw that actually, and I considered it. I'm glad I didn't get it because that's right. I'm pretty sure I did have that one. We'll see how you like it.
Yes, Atomic Pumpkin spicy release. That's what intrigued me. It says spicy release.
Oh,
Here
see
we
that?
go.
Oh, here we go, everybody. He is he's cracking it open. So he is
Sniffing,
pouring
putting it
out.
in my glass,
We
swirling
can't
it,
see. Okay.
getting all the notes.
Sipping. Is he sipping out of a straw, Mark?
He could be. But
Okay.
but yeah, I just want to let you know, I probably have drank thousands of beers with Bob. He's never drank a beer this slow in his life.
it's done
Never.
already.
Never.
Usually I just put a hole in the bottom and just hold it above it.
He doesn't.
You still.
Shotgun Bob is his nickname. I don't think that's
That's right.
I am going to give it, I like the spicy notes. I do like that. But I'm probably going to give it a 3. Not enough pumpkin for me.
Wow. Okay. Real. Okay.
It's three trips with Mrs. X. That's what I'm going to give it. Mark, that's through the Christmas Cousins. They're let's see, I think they're on episode 17. But through all 17 of these episodes, there are seasons, we've watched this Seth go from young single man to now he's met a woman, the Mrs. X, who we're all trying to like. Chad has offered us a reward if we can get a picture of them in the wild. Yeah.
Yes, exactly. Big reward. Seth won't give out her last name or anything. Little by little, I'm getting the pieces together. I'm like a CSI investigator. So I'm getting there.
So, Mark, I had this whole dating game thing lined up, all the women ready, and all of a sudden Seth's like, yeah, no, I'm dating now. So those are we broke the hearts of all those women that we know, those young single women we know.
I know. Seth, how many months now?
6, 7, maybe. It's
look at that thinking. 6 or 7. He's like 6 months, 18 days, 4 hours and 37 minutes.
It's very important to know.
Yeah,
exactly.
Like, for example,
know
when the anniversary will be in the month of February. So,
Seth, where are we all going?
Yeah, where are we going?
Anniversary? Is that how? That's how
you have to bring Mrs. X out for a beer tasting with all of us.
Yes, I like that'll be the big unveiling that day.
I think she'd be up for it.
Okay.
She might want her identity in, but.
Was that just her hearing that?
That was my mind exploding about the thought of actually meeting her in person finally. So, Joe, what were you saying? You're saying it's important to know the actual date or time.
Yes. For example, I just celebrated 22 years yesterday with Mrs. Christmas aficionado. Yes.
Wow.
She's beautiful. I can see her right there in the background. She's really nice. I love the red hair.
Wow. Oh man.
That just set a Mrs. X sighting back about 12 years.
Oh, I love it. That's what you get for having an inflatable clown behind you, Joe. For those of you who aren't watching, Joe has an inflatable clown behind him. You can also watch this. We'll put this up on YouTube, I'm sure, and you can see what we're referencing there. Yeah, so 22 years for you. I've been married 21 years, 21 years. Mark, how about you?
42 years.
Oh, my gosh. Wow. Okay.
He wrapped her from the cradle.
She is younger than me.
Let's see. I am going to be this year 34.
Wow.
Yeah.
Oh.
You'll be 30. Okay, so Seth, you've got some catching up to do.
I definitely do. I'm in negative numbers right now.
Wait, what year is this? Is this 8? Is this 24?
Yeah.
24,
oh, sorry. It's only 40 years.
Okay.
Not 42 years. It's
that's why you went to Greece, right?
Yeah, that's right. That's why I went to Greece. It was for my 40th. Now, what am I thinking?
Oh. Well, in fairness, if you add up all of Seth's marriages, they are around 40 years, which is this is his current relationship. So you know how those wealthy do it. So all right, so it's my turn. This is exciting. So okay.
Seth would be a lot wealthier if he wouldn't have gone through all those marriages.
Right, imagine.
I couldn't even. Oh wait, what am I? Oh, my hands are wet. I can't get to my description here. Okay, so I have what's called a gorgeous beer from a local one, Noda Brewery. And it's a beautiful autumnally gold and orange colored can. So their description is, open a can of autumn with this delicious pumpkin ale, made with real pumpkin puree in every batch, paired with brown sugar, ginger root, and hand-cracked spices, including allspice, cloves, and cardamom. Gorgeous contains no cinnamon or nutmeg because it's different than other pumpkin ales, and that's a beautiful thing. Now, this won the 2020 Great American Beer Festival Gold Award winner, and in 2018. So I'm very excited for this one. Here we go. On it is a person in a motorcycle with pumpkins. Here we go. I always have to go last. It's a long time for me to wait. I'm very parched.
Well, Seth, that's
okay.
Yeah. Chomping at the bit.
Sorry, Seth. Seth, you go last this time. I always forget who went, who didn't go. Sorry, I jumped the gun, Seth.
It's fine. Go ahead.
It smells good. I think I need a shower. No, I smell definitely the allspice and cloves. Let's see what happens. I'm going to take a sip now. Oh, that is interesting. Not the taste. It's interesting having you all watch me while I drink. That's the interesting part. The taste itself. No, they are right. This is very different than other pumpkin beers I've had because you do get some pumpkin, but you're instantly looking for that cinnamon and nutmeg, and it's not there. So you're getting more especially cloves, the allspice, and even that bit of cardamom. That's interesting, and
You
that's
like it?
lingering more.
I mean,
hang on. I have one more. Let's see what happens here. 6.4% ABV. Good thing I'm not driving this week. I do like it. I like it a lot. And I like it because it's earthy. You're getting it pairs well with the pumpkin. And I'll save cinnamon and nutmeg for my Christmas beers. I will go pumpkin-y, earthy, gourd style. I'm definitely liking this one. It might lose a little because it's the first one I've tried, but I am giving this. Okay, I am giving this. Oh, wow. Okay. 4 out of 5 inflatable clowns. I've got to do it. I mean, we should do it right now. So,
really?
Excellent. Yeah, this is a good one. If you find that's Noda. Now, they're out of Charlotte, I believe. So it might just be local. I don't know if you could find them everywhere. I'm not in Charlotte. I'm about 3 hours away. But they're here. I found it at my Trader Joe's. Gorgeous, GORDGEOUS, love a good pun, by Noda, NODA Brewing Company, which I think I might have been there actually.
I'm going to try to find it, Mark. I want to try it. We should try this one. I want to try it.
It's a good one.
That's a great review. How could I
Are
not?
most pumpkin beers made like the pumpkin component, like a puree or something like that, or they use different things? Generally,
Joe, you're the aficionado.
It's a mixture. Like there's a lot of places that will use real pumpkins. Then there's the crappy beers that just throw a bunch of cinnamon and nutmeg in it and say, "Oh, that's your pumpkin spice."
Okay.
So you could usually tell when it tastes real. It's probably most likely they had real pumpkins mixed in with making the beer. I don't know the exact process, but like Pumpkin, the one that we're all going to try at the end, is all real pumpkin.
And just so you know that mine is are the ones that Mark and I are having 8.6%.
Oh, nice. Good. Okay. Well, you know what happened, Mark? Last time we were on, after his second beer, Bob started singing this. Here's actual audio. This is Mark. I mean, Bob, a beautiful voice, right?
Yeah. Mark's never heard me like that high a register.
People are reviewing it right now. There they go. So I thought that was excellent, a 4 out of 5. So we have a good start here. Cousins Seth, everyone's favorite, the family favorite, our grandparents' favorite, my favorite, the world's favorite, the new it boy, Cousins Seth here is going to try. Now, you've had pumpkin beer so far this year, or is this your first? You it boy, you.
Oh, yeah. Yes. As far as everything goes with the it boy, yes, this will be the first one that I've had this year. No, I have no others. Yeah, but now I'm a little torn. So, like others, the selection was kind of limited as far as pumpkin beers. There were some fall-y things, and I read it. That was part of the assignment. So I did get the Southern Tier, the caramel pumpkin.
Oh, you did.
Are we waiting until the end? It's a great looking bottle, by the way.
I think we should. We should all do, if we have a Southern Tier, we'll do it together at the end for sure.
Okay, well, that takes me out of the pumpkin beer tasting discussion.
No, he never disappoints, Mark. That's what you'll learn with Cousins Seth.
I couldn't find much, and they're really. I went to my the tried and true Binnies, and yes, I was like, oh, that's good. A little disappointing.
Seth, can you refresh my memory? When we did this last year, was this like your first time having pumpkin beer? You never had it in previous years, correct?
Remember, he lost his virginity right here on
live on air, and then he tried a pumpkin beer for the first time. It was a crazy episode.
Yeah. Absolutely. And who would have thought? A year later, I've exhausted every single one of them.
Wow, that's what usually happens. You get a taste of it, and you can't stop.
I need more of this.
So,
all right. So you want me to
quickly before we get more off track?
Okay. So if we're going to hold off to the end, I'm going to go with something that is fall-y as the weather is changing. It's changing outside, and everybody's getting more cozy and things like that. I'm
setting
going
the scene.
with
Wait, Seth, can I ask you, Seth,
Yes.
Mark, and Bob, and then we'll ask Joe really quickly. How was the weather today in Chicago in the area? Is it feeling fall-y and autumnal there?
Yesterday and today were very fallish.
Okay.
Yeah.
No,
Yeah.
great.
Okay.
It was cool. Yeah, it was awesome.
Yeah.
like Saturday morning. I think it was like
50s,
low
60s.
40s or something.
Yeah.
Oh.
Yeah, low 40s.
Yeah.
Wow.
Low,
Okay,
yeah,
Joe, in
very early.
Pittsburgh?
We usually get the same weather Chicago gets, just later. So it was like cold Saturday morning. It's like about 70 today, but it was not. It's starting to feel fall. So
I love it that it's feeling fall-y, and we have I mean it's really here. It's crazy. We've been waiting a long time for these burr months to come. Now I'm in coastal North Carolina. It was cool here today, like low 70s, but yesterday I was still just surfing in shorts, so it's still nice and warm, which is fine. I'll take it. We had a nice mix going, but today we were able to keep the door open all day, which is nice. Anyway.
And that segment was brought to you
moment.
by a segment called Whether or Not.
I love that.
Our Christmas cousins.
That's right.
You
good,
try
Seth.
the new things now, right?
Absolutely. We're either going to talk about weather or it's going to go completely off the rails and we're not going to discuss anything related to it.
That's right.
Mark
We are
and I
hiring a
going to
weather.
give you the local traffic report in Cary, Illinois.
Please, what's it looking like right now,
Main
Bob?
Street's a little heavy. There's about 4 cars at the stoplight.
What stoplight? We don't have stoplights. Don't lie.
We are trying to branch out. Weather on the 8s. We're going to be doing all those things. And we did announce Seth and I are turning into a full around-the-clock political news station through the election, which a lot of people are clamoring for. Yeah. So,
There's not enough coverage. There's not enough.
no, there's not. But Cousin Seth sees things differently, so his coverage could be really.
So wait,
Chad is
this
pick a
like
side and flip flop
Seth has never voted before, so we have to take him to a booth. And, you fill out these little dots.
Yes. But I'm worried Seth is going to write in his favorite beer by accident for president.
Right.
The Pump King for president. We overthrew a monarchy, Seth. We don't need a Pump King, okay?
Right.
Learn your history.
Especially an orange one.
Mm-hmm.
That's telling on many levels there, Bob. Caustic, if you will. So, Seth, would you drink your beer already?
Okay,
Joe, we really threw him off by not allowing him his first choice.
This is from Beguile Brewing. It's called Flannel Pajamas or Pajamas. It is an oatmeal
What's the
stout.
brewing company?
Beguile, Begyle, Beguile Brewing.
Okay. Is that how they spell it, or is that how you spell it? Because that's not how you spell beguile.
No. Right. Uh-oh. I thought that was an area that I actually had some confidence and skill set in. That's
You are certainly
thing.
beguiling, Seth.
Those
Flannel Pajamas Stout. Beguile. Yeah, they spell it the way you said it. Okay. So this is an oatmeal style one. So what flannel pajamas, you said this is your folly beer.
Yeah, everybody's getting into a little heavier pajamas, maybe posing up with their loved one.
Mark, as our newest guest, can you give the Roman Emperor thumbs up or thumbs down? Did this qualify under the parameters of a fall beer?
No.
No.
But it's good effort.
If this was our winter tasting, beer tasting, we might accept flannel pajamas.
If it was like, do you guys have like a lingerie tasting or something? It could fall under nightwear.
We do. But that's all fair. We don't air that one. We should. We probably should. So, Joe, that's not a fall beer, right? You concur?
I don't know.
Oh, there you go.
Oh, hold on.
I'm looking online just to see if it comes when it comes out, and I have a feeling that it comes out around this time. So you could probably call it a fall beer. I mean, if it's available.
Okay.
Yeah.
Well, here's the deal.
Here's the
So, Seth, I was at Benny's, and so there wasn't a lot of pumpkin, but there was haunted house beer. There was batshit crazy. There was a lot of other kind of Halloween ones you could have had. I think the flannel pajamas was back near the
bargain bin.
Holiday funds.
I don't know what you're talking about. You mother.
Benny's bargain bin, Seth. This is not your first time with an
there's
out of season one.
There's in the back quarter they have their pick 4 or pick 6.
Yeah.
Okay.
That's where I usually find them. This is another section.
Here's a defense for you. The what's the candle place that has the bed?
Bath and Body Works.
Oh, what's it? That Body Works one.
Bath and Body Works.
Bath and Body Works. They have their candles. They came out with their fall one, and one of their fall ones is called Flannel Weather.
Okay.
So look at that flannel
All
weather.
right.
There you go.
I have more good news for you, Seth. Time Out did an article back in like 2015 of the top 10 Midwestern fall beers to drink, and you were in the Midwest.
Yes.
Number 1 is Beguile Brewing's Imperial Pajamas Stout.
No way. Seriously?
No
yeah, it's right
kidding.
there. Timeout.com
Wow.
/New York. Yeah, and Chicago rather. Timeout Chicago. So, Seth,
My God.
you win. You're right. It
right.
says nice oatmeal stout, regularly available at their tap room and brewery. Are they in Winter Brew in Lincoln Square? Is that where they are? Winter Brew? Oh, is that by you, Lincoln Square?
In the city. Yeah.
Yeah, it's city.
That's it.
Okay.
I'm burning a Bath and Body Works candle, by the way. So I thought
Are you?
Is that
Yes,
what I
I am.
smell?
What scent is that?
It got a little hot and Bozo moved.
You want to pop?
It's pumpkin latte.
Oh,
Okay.
that's
Oh,
awesome.
look at you.
Maybe that's what I need.
Here's the candle I burn at my desk.
Oh, Dingling Lager. That's very Wilkes-Barre of you.
Yeah.
Yes.
take out, cut off the bottle, put a little candle in there.
Oh, wow.
Oh, nice.
Very nice.
You know, Bob, you can take the boy out of Wilkes-Barre. You can't take the Wilkes-Barre out of the boy.
No,
So,
you
Dingling,
cannot.
good Pennsylvania brew. So, Seth, did you actually taste this yet? I forget what happened.
I just did, and it is very good. Yes, I would love to share one with Mrs. X, cozied up under a blanket with her. It's as far as stout goes, oatmeal stouts go. It's not overpowering, not too, I think, mealy or that taste.
PD Golf? Is it PD?
PD could be PD. Stouty. Yeah, and it's still cold, which is great.
I like when you judge things on their temperature, Seth. Like he liked his coffee because it was warmer. He liked Dunkin' because it was warmer than his Starbucks.
Just compared to last year.
I
It's
like
really
it
good.
also-
Honestly,
Yes.
it goes down smooth. But like the very first sip, it almost tastes like soda. And then you get like the beer taste. Yeah, it's very interesting.
Interesting. So what are you giving it out of 5? What, Seth? And I do like that you brought it back to a way to have a nice evening with Mrs. X. This is true love.
I'm gonna have to go 4 sets of matching flannel PJs for the lady and I.
Oh. Did you guys notice his voice got a few octaves deeper?
Yeah, that's my love voice.
Oh, yeah.
Things about to happen now. I got some drink in me.
Oh, wow, Seth, I love it. This is so exciting. This is I
See
mean,
me
Mark, this is
hammer with 4 other guys in the room.
yeah,
We're
this
gonna-
is so romantic.
Like some money, and we're going to give him some monogrammed flannel pajamas. Mr. and
That's right.
Mrs. X.
Oh, I like that.
Yeah, I like it.
Nice.
Mark, this all happened on air. It was just an innocuous start to a podcast saying, let's try like some pumpkin and Christmas items. And next thing you know, he's finding love. I mean, this is crazy. This is really, we didn't expect all this to happen.
But yeah,
Amazing.
I'm getting
It
in.
really
I'm
is.
going to get an invite. I guess I kind of got the invite to the family's Christmas. Like Christmas
did?
Day.
Hey,
Yeah. Yeah.
Don't bury the lead, Seth.
Oh, really? I thought we talked about that.
Wait,
Seth, we
Seth,
did.
aren't
We're
they
on
gonna
air. We
wonder,
have
like,
to.
They're going to say, who's the guy with that mic, that boom mic above him, and interviewing all the family members?
That's right.
I have a little surprise, a good surprise, a good surprise. Nobody wants me showing up with any. I'm trying to get a good and proper Santa costume. I'm obviously going to have to fill it out. That's not a brag or anything or a flex, with something like pillows, because I am going to be Santa at the party. That was my own offering as a nice guy I am.
What?
Yes.
You've never even visited Santa. You don't know what to do.
I know.
He doesn't know what the costume is. He's going to show up like the Easter Bunny.
Yeah.
You know, he's got a bit of a French inflection in his accent. Make it a little surly at times.
Is great.
Sorry,
please, you're taking pictures of Seth as Santa? Sethy Claus?
Absolutely. It'll be documented.
So, isn't this amazing?
Something I'm working on.
It's a total flex. Oh, I need to stuff my costume, I need to, like a lot of pillows.
Yeah. But notice he said, I don't have to stuff it everywhere, just certain areas. That's all. Matthew, dog you.
Nice.
I thought we were a classier family than that, Seth.
I did
bringing us.
I did too.
You got to be wearing though. You got to be wearing a mic though. This has to be live. Mrs. X Christmas party live.
You're gonna wear wire, Seth. You're gonna wear wire,
right?
This is exciting news. Okay, so you're not only invited. I know you did tell me off air, Seth, but it's more fun on air to act like you just told me now. It's kind of part of the entertainment part of the podcast.
So Seth, why don't you recommend to her that the family that they use the Festive Fans catering company?
Oh, really?
Oh,
yeah.
Or maybe I could bring something.
Bring it.
Mark and I want to spy on this. We're going to be
cousin Bob and cousin Mark are the waiters for the night.
Yeah, Bob and we have Mark. You know,
Mark could be Santa.
I can be Santa, but I don't know. I mean,
well, you'd have to stuff. You need some pillows.
Me? No, I would definitely not need pillows. Wow, that's exciting news, and you're just motivating more and more to get all my peeps in, the Arlington Heights area, just to I'm going to take a picture of you and just say, guys, we're going to track this down.
Yes,
we're going to get that live picture. I know people who know people who know people.
Well, Mark, I keep trying to think of for Seth, we have to up the bar, right, for this Christmas season. Okay, it's first visit to Santa last year, first cut down the tree. Now it's first Handel's Messiah, first Santa run. We're going to line up for every thing we can do.
What was that first one?
Handel's Messiah. The Handel's Messiah, where you all sing together the Hallelujah chorus? You can be part
and they do that in Chicago, a live one.
You do, at the symphony.
Oh, Chicago Symphony Orchestra, December. Oh, I see it. Seth. Here we go.
There'll be.
Handel's Messiah.
Going and getting up on stage are two very different things.
Wow. Okay.
Hey, Seth,
this is great.
We're gonna Mark. We're gonna if we can get this worked out, we'll invite you to we're planning a live show.
I heard about that. Yes.
Yeah,
when is this live show?
So we're meeting with the guy on Wednesday. But it's our favorite place we always talk about, Duke's, and we'd like to invite Cousins.
Oh my gosh, that's amazing! That's amazing.
Wow,
maybe we'll see
to do that.
Let's invite Mrs. X. We'll just screw Seth. We want to talk to her.
That's right. We want. Seth is I had to say, I'll give my cousin credit. Seth is a delight to hang out with. He really is. You guys will have a good time. So, Joe, will you drive out for that?
Probably not.
Okay.
About your schedule.
I may have to. I like that idea. Okay, Seth, send a jet, and I will be there.
All right. Yeah, we'll go head up some Chicago spots. It'd be great.
Yes. Okay. So anyway, we are here to taste some beers. We tasted a beer about 30 minutes ago. Joe. Oh no, sorry, Mark. You're back up again. Mark, you were drunk, sobered up again. It's been so long, and now it's time.
All right.
He went through a Yingling in between.
That's right.
Hey, I'm really excited to say Yingling is going to be purchased or be able to purchase in Illinois in February. So we have to always go to Indiana or Michigan to get my Yingling. It is now going to be in my backyard again. So it's going to be this huge welcome home festival back in February. So I'm really excited.
We can celebrate the new Seth and Mrs. X.
Absolutely.
Yeah, 1 year anniversary. Yeah.
I think Yingling could sponsor the Festive Foreign Films podcast. You could get a new sponsor, Yingling.
I would love for them to sponsor me. I mean, mean, I started drinking when I was 14 and Wilkes-Barre. That's kind of the normal drinking age. And, you know, I've been downing a lot of these.
Wow.
So my next beer. Oh, go ahead.
No, I was just going to say the opinions expressed by Mark are not necessarily those of the Christmas Cousins podcast that drink responsibly. Mark, you are up. We may have to card Mark now, make sure he's over 21 now.
Well, no, the amazing thing is that he was 14 and then he drive home from the bar.
That's right. Wilkes Bar style, they call it.
Exactly. The my next beer is made by the St. Louis Brewing Company, but they're also maybe more known by Schlafly Brewing Company. It's their pumpkin ale. It's got a nice little pumpkin on the side of it. It's
What is it say? I'm sorry, St. Louis Brewing, you're saying?
Yeah, St. Louis Brewing was the original name of the brewing.
Okay.
And then they changed I think the guy's name was now you're gonna hurt me here. Tom Schlafly was the original owner. So it switched over, but they're incorporated as St. Louis Brewing Company. And but this is supposed to have a heavy pumpkin with cloves. I can smell the cloves, but I don't really smell the pumpkins. But let's give it a taste and we'll see.
Interesting. Okay. Now they all do claim, most of them, to have like real pumpkin and everything in it, and some you can tell if they do or don't. But I do see there's a Schlafly tap room. There's Schlafly Bottle Works. So. Okay, interesting. So you can
Mark
go and
here,
visit
Mark's son is a brewer, so he'll know.
Does he make
a pumpkin one?
He does not. He does have he's a small brewery. He's an engineer by day, but he's been trying to grow his brewing skills, and he's got a 31 North Brewing as his brewing company that he's trying to establish a sort of an identity. He's entering beer competitions all over the Midwest, and so he's working his way through those growing pains.
That's exciting! Wow, Seth, you should maybe consider putting some money behind it. A little venture capital project for you, right?
That's kind of cool.
Yeah, we can talk about it at Duke's.
Yeah, exactly. Like live on air. So you were trying the Schlafly. Now they have also a pumpkin vanilla ale and a pumpkin ale. You're having the regular pumpkin ale, correct?
Correct.
Okay. Schlafly, it rolls off the tongue. Let's hope the beer does as well. So it's easy to spell, easy to say. Their consultant must be like, guys, can we stick with St. Louis Brewing? But
yeah, right. Why
I'm editorializing. Yeah. So it says, capture the attention and accolades from experienced beer drinkers across the country. Our pumpkin ale, thoughtfully well-balanced, seasoned sweetness and spice, kind of beer that remind you why fall is your favorite season. A slice of reimagined pumpkin pie in a bottle. So, Mark, what are you thinking here?
Was it pumpkin pie in a bottle?
It is not. This has too much clove taste for me, but more than the pumpkin. Like I'm really tasting a lot of clove.
Really?
I mean, it's yeah. I mean, I don't know. I think I'm going with like.
Don't give him the Schlaft. Give them a nice think about it, all right?
They are going to get the Schlaff from me. I'm going to go with a 2.
A 2? Wow.
Yeah. Only because like when I open a pumpkin beer, I don't want to taste cloves, too much cloves. Mm-hmm. And this one's just, I don't know, just not doing it for me. So I would give it 2 Bob Baker attempts to log in tonight.
That is awesome.
I would not recommend this beer.
Wait, are we going to get a call from Dan Schlafly?
I know.
What do you call that?
All right.
Yeah, you know what he sounds like. A Midwestern guy.
I don't think he has the number. I mean, if it rang, I doubt it would even. Oh no! Oh God!
He's listening.
He's got a lot of nerves.
Sons of a gun.
Hello, it is I, Robert A. Shafley. Oh my God! I believe you don't like it. I put cloves into the finest grown cloves there are. Who is this one fella? How come I've never seen him and Bob in the same spot together?
Organic cloves.
Bob has no palate. All right, Mr. Schlafly, don't insult our guest. You mean Mark, anyway. Yes, I mean Mark. Looks at this, same person. What is that accent, anyway, Mr. Schlafly? Anyway.
He certainly doesn't sound like he's from St. Louis.
Exactly.
No, that was terrible. I'm sorry, Mark. They shouldn't treat you like that. Not on this show. We defend you. So Joe.
Is it my turn again?
Yes, we're going from a 2 already. Your turn again. It's only been 58 minutes and 21.
Well, before I drink a beer, I guess I have to. We have to take a few seconds.
Oh my gosh!
Okay,
wow.
So I bought this last year when I went to Tennessee. Old Forge Distillery Moonshine Pumpkin Roll. Now, I'm not a moonshine person, but when you go to Tennessee, in that area, Dollywood and all that stuff, everywhere you go, they just give you free tastings of moonshine, and you end up buying bottles of stuff. You know, my wife bought way too much moonshine. So I did pour myself a little bit.
Wow.
Yeah, that's maybe half.
This is 30% ABV, 60 proof, fall in a jar. Our pumpkin roll moonshine is more spiced than pumpkin. Taste the pumpkin, nutmeg, cloves. Mark, cloves. Just like fresh from the oven pumpkin bread. So that's interesting. Does it smell like pumpkin bread? Oh, he's downing this 30% ABV. Wow.
It's fine. It's 60 proof, so it's not really that strong.
Okay.
That's not strong.
No, no. I mean, I like whiskeys that are 120. So, so this is like half of what I normally would want to have, like in a whiskey kind of moonshine type thing. But
the website he designs tomorrow is going to look like a Grateful Dead cover album.
It's fine. There's nothing special about it. It tastes like pumpkin. It tastes a little bit like it's real pumpkin, but it also has that sort of fake pumpkin flavor mixed into. So, I would probably give it a 3 out of 5. Ooh. But I got a beer though that I've been waiting to drink, because this is the one pumpkin beer I was able to find that I've never had before.
Wow. This
one is Ellicottville Pumpkinville.
Oh, interesting. Okay. Is that a local beer to you? Or is it widely distributed?
Pennsylvania, Ellicott?
I don't know.
I think it's New York, Ellicottville.
New York. Yep. One of Western New York's top tall destinations. Oh, in fact, they're near where Southern Tier is.
Oh, interesting. Okay. Oh, I see. That's a cool little cover. Okay, so it is Ellicottville has been a long time fall destination for leaf peepers, adventure seekers, and Christmas aficionados. Adding to the attractions now, our best kept secret is Pumpkinville. What a better way to share this hidden gem than with a beer?
Nice color.
Yeah.
Locally harvested pumpkin. We haven't heard that yet.
You say leaf peepers?
Leaf peepers. Yes. Is that unfamiliar with that?
How's a leaf peeper?
That's what they do out east. They go peep at leaves.
Exactly.
Yeah. Look at leaves.
There's houses that back deep in the woods.
I think Mark got arrested for that too.
Leaf peeping.
Yeah. Leaf peeping Tom, they called him.
Right.
So the smell of this, I grow pumpkins. I didn't grow any of them this year, but I've been growing pumpkins probably for about 10 years or so.
Wow.
There's a smell. There's a smell that you get when you pick pumpkins that's like on your hands and stuff like that. It's a unique smell, and this beer smells exactly like that.
Interesting.
Like it's very.
Is that a good thing or?
Right.
Not really. It's very plant like. It's a pumpkin.
Is it gourdy?
Kind of like if you break the stalk at the top,
yes,
or something like that.
Exactly.
Like juice in there and got on your hand.
And you smell that? Yeah,
like
that's exactly what this beer smells like. So,
that reminds me of like rotting pumpkins.
All right, so let's take a taste here.
Here we go. Stalk Juice Ale. It's gotten great reviews, but we know Joe tears apart these small local breweries. 3 Floyds filed for bankruptcy.
An injunction. Yep.
Yes. He makes or breaks careers for brewers. Watch out, Mark. Tell your son not to even bother.
Yeah, I'm sorry I even mentioned the brewery name.
Right.
Yeah,
Mark, I checked it out. Your son, he does a Christmas ale.
He does. It's really good. I mean, I'm a proud dad of it, but I'll tell you what, I would take his Christmas ale and throw it. It's actually won multiple silver medals. So sorry. I mean,
No.
I'm boastful about
That's
it.
all. 8.5% ABV.
Yeah, so we're all getting a keg of it, just so you know.
Nice.
Love that.
This is brought to you by 31
North Brewery.
Yeah.
Yep.
So, Joe, you're almost done with your beer. What is the verdict here?
Wow.
This is awful.
Oh,
really?
wow.
It
Oh
is.
no.
Oh.
This is not a good beer. I do not like it. It tastes it tastes like when you have a pumpkin beer, you want to be able to taste some pumpkin, you want to taste some cinnamon and nutmeg.
Yep.
You know, you don't want to just taste pumpkin. Like if you ever had pumpkin out of a can, it's kind of garbage tasting, you know, without the sugar or something in it to kind of make it, you know, pumpkin pie type flavor. This tastes like it's pumpkin brewed with a beer, and they didn't throw anything extra into it. I am going to give this one. I'm trying to come up with a rating.
Dirty pumpkin. One dirty pumpkin.
No, one Seth city location hat out of 5.
Yes.
I like that.
You have a couple others.
Mark, one thing you don't know the show as well. This is a secret. Seth, turn your mic off so you can't hear. So, Mark, in our family, we give Seth hats that say where he lives. So if he gets lost, people can help him find his way home. So it's a thing we've done since he was little. But Seth, turn your mic back on. Okay. There you go, Seth.
You're about my geographical T-shirts too.
Wait, Mark, is that why you keep giving me those kind of hats?
Yes, exactly. Well, Mara makes me, like, she'll always say I have to sign an affidavit every time Bob and I go out, like I am accountable for Bob. And it's like,
no.
Every time I go, I sign it. I'm like, oh, okay, one more time.
Every hat has my login and password on it.
Your social security, everything you might need just for it's like a strong box. So Joe,
I'm not going to finish this. This is a beer I am not going to finish.
Wow, that's bad.
That's bad.
Seth, a first on the Christmas Cousins. Joe is not finishing a beer. I knew it would happen. Seth, did you? I'm speechless.
Yeah, exactly. We talked about it. We had no idea what season or when it was coming, but I guess we found it. We found out.
Yeah.
Seth, you do have the emergency bagpiper to bring the spirits back up. So I'm going to call Bobby. Can you come in for a second, please? There we go. I'm feeling it. I'm feeling better a little bit. Okay. I'm louder. There we go. Okay. Thank you. Thank you very much.
Not a problem, except Joe really screwed the pooch again.
Okay. That was a big a downer, Joe. I'm glad we recovered thanks to the bagpiper.
Yeah,
so
my
that
palate's been cleansed now. That's good.
Yeah, you won. So okay, let's hope it's better. Bob, you're up next. Hopefully it's a winner.
I'm so excited too because this is one I've never had before, and I had the same problem finding ones I haven't. And this one is called, and I love the label. You can't see it, but it shows Bigfoot smashing pumpkins on it, and it's called The Pumpkin Smasher by Big Muddy Brewing from Murfreesboro, Illinois. Murfreesboro, Illinois. Big Muddy Brewing, The Pumpkin Smasher.
Wow. Okay.
I'm excited.
Now that's an Illinois one again. Is that local? Is that available everywhere, or you don't know?
Murfreesboro, I think it's down southern Illinois because I don't know where I'm not familiar with it. Or Big Muddy Brewing, I've never heard of it, but pumpkin. Just the fact that they have Bigfoot smashing pumpkins on it is awesome.
Wow, I love that. Bigfoot it is, gentlemen, and Smashing Pumpkins, one of Seth's favorite bands. Yeah. So. It says real pumpkin, savory pumpkin pie, spices, hints of cinnamon and nutmeg, all the same. Aromatic caramel malts. Okay, full body taste, exceptional flavor. Will it live up to the hype? I'm interested here.
I think it's not a 5. It's a definite 4. This is a 4.
Wow.
This is a good 4. You got pumpkin, you got the spices.
Wow.
So it's 4 lazy dog visits that I failed to see.
There's more coming.
Oh yeah, There's definitely more.
You got to stop announcing them the day of the episode. It's like,
Right.
oh, yeah, Seth is going today.
In 3 hours. Seth, when will you be back at Lazy Dog Brewing? Next time so we can visit you.
Possibly next weekend, maybe. Oh wait, no, maybe Friday.
Just wait there all next weekend, Bob.
Yeah.
This is what's so amazing to me, though, is the difference in how we do our podcast. Like Mark and I record ours like a while ahead of when they're put on the air. Yours are like the same day. Like you should just be live, you know?
You're right.
Sometimes there is a gun to our head. So
traffic to get the Lazy Dog.
Bob, we recorded one before this earlier today, the pumpkin Chardonnay episode. It's already up on YouTube. Not out in the podcast yet. That'll be coming up, but it's already live on YouTube. So and already has half a view, which is pretty amazing. I'm impressed. We're like the new Christmas aficionado, Seth. Will be monetized before you know it. Not that you need more monetizing.
Right.
Who's up? I'm up. Oh, I love this. I love when I'm up. This is great. Okay, so I mixed it up a little bit, mainly because I wanted to try something different as well. It's not a pumpkin beer, and I know we had a separate episode last year, but I was very interested to try this. It is the Gourd Tree Pumpkin Cider. I wanted to mix it up a little, so I hope you will all indulge me. Yeah, Mark, have you had pumpkin ciders before?
I have never had a pumpkin cider. I'm not a big cider drinker, but I would try something like that has pumpkin in it, maybe.
Okay.
Cider tends to be, to me, a little too sweet.
Oh, we were surprising, Mark. Last year, all three of us had a pumpkin cider. None of them tasted like pumpkin. They all tasted like apples.
No, it's
right.
It was the weirdest thing.
It was. But this one, okay, so it is made from fermented apple juice, but with pumpkin squash puree, which makes up 22% of the recipe. So that's what's interesting me, because I want to see if we can make up for last year. So it's a balance of pumpkin and apple. So let's see if it really is. So this is the Gourd Tree Pumpkin Cider. Joe, you look disappointed that I brought a cider. You can be honest.
Yeah, I don't like ciders. I think I've had my fair taste of them, and none of them ever came out like to me as like being worth buying.
Wow. Okay. Well, I feel like I personally let you down now. I feel like this is your last appearance on the show.
I'm very disappointed. I'm logging off right now. So
okay. Well,
you disappointed me because you did the Chardonnay before this episode. I wanted to know what pumpkin Chardonnay was.
Nice thing is you'll have to tune in. That's dropping on September 9th. I love that. So Joe has left officially the show. Seth, only one thing we can do is bring out Bobby Bagpiper to bring the crowd back up. Let's do it, Bobby. There he goes. Here he goes.
Oh, it's pardon me. I have 2 minutes for about between times.
That's our Scottish heritage, Seth. We love a good bagpipe. So
exactly.
Here we go. I'm giving it a try. Joe, forgive me. Oh, wow. Gentlemen,
yes,
I have an announcement to make.
Oh.
Besides listening to tomorrow's episode for the Chardonnay results, pumpkin Chardonnay, I think the Gourd Tree Pumpkin Cider, available at Trader Joe's, not an ad, but it can be Trader Joe's at Christmas Cousins Pod or christmascousinspod@gmail.com. This is a nice blend. I'm actually really getting the balance on when I first tasted, I'm getting apple and pumpkin equally. And then on the finish, if you will, I'm getting the squash. Oh. I'm getting a lingering flavor of squash. So this is actually really nicely balanced. This is very fall-y. It's almost 3 fall flavors in one. You have the pumpkin, apple, and squash. I'm enjoying this very much, actually.
I'm shocked. Because I have not found one that ever tasted like pumpkin. So that's great. Give it to Trader Joe's,
Right? They nailed it here. As far as this goes, I'm giving it 4.5 out of 5 14-year-old Wilkes-Barre designated drivers. That's what I'm giving it.
Wow.
That's great. Wow. So that's really big right there, right?
That is.
Yeah.
The only problem is usually there was a dead body in the back because he drove his dad first because his dad was an undertaker.
Oh, really? Oh, wow. That's a whole... Wow, we need to get to your backstory.
Yeah.
Really?
I have so many issues. It is unbelievable.
Yeah.
Wow, that's like 6 feet under. Like that. Remember that show on HBO? I'm sure you saw that.
Absolutely.
Can you imagine when he's telling his high school girlfriend, "Hey, let's climb in the back seat"? And they're like, "No."
So how many? Yeah, I mean, I had so many prom dates, but I actually took my prom date to the prom in a hearse.
Oh my gosh! Wow.
Yeah. Did she lay in the back?
Yeah, I guess that begs the question: was she alive?
This was
on the way there, at least. I dressed her up so pretty, don't you think?
She was a 90-year-old victim of the Spanish flu, and he took her to the prom. That's not what you're supposed to do with the customers. Jeez, Mark.
She wasn't much of a dancer, though. She really didn't have very good moves.
She didn't complain.
I used to also pick flowers from all the little bouquet after the services were over, and take flowers to my dates' moms. Like, that Mark Chad, he's such a nice guy. He brings them flowers, So.
Oh my God, we need a special episode in Halloween, like around October, Mark, with your history and some of those stories.
Right.
Any hauntings? Did you feel anything like that for real?
So I'm not gonna lie and say yes. There's a couple
prom
times.
date.
Yeah, my prom date for one. No, I mean, I did a little bit, but my sister is many things, but she's sort of in tune to that world, and she has seen things at my dad's funeral home that made me not want to go back into the funeral home. But yeah,
really?
I have felt anyway.
I have felt date after you made her the death corsage. So.
Yeah.
She's like, I'm having these illusions and these visions.
So, okay, Mark, we may have to see if we can schedule for an October episode. This is fascinating. Yeah. I love this. Get into the whole story. Okay, so did you just one last question? This is fascinating. Yeah. Did you have like parties at your house? I always had parties over at my house, but I didn't live at a morgue.
No, never at the business. No, we didn't.
Okay.
Yeah, no.
At the business, the family business.
Yeah, exactly. Wow. Yeah. All right, Seth and I would have. It was a good thing, Seth. Our family was in like liquor, not that. We Morg would have drank embalming fluid. We drank anything we could get our hands on.
Right. Exactly.
Mark just had the parties in the backyard graveyard.
Yeah.
Exactly.
Oh, that was a twist. Joe, you look a little bit shaken over there. You look all shook up.
No, I'm just listening, and I'm more shocked that you like the cider.
I'm actually I'm pleasantly surprised. And yeah. Oh.
But hey, Chad, you've given us two to purchase now. Both Trader Joe's. So
honestly, between the two, if I had to go, I would go with the cider over the beer because the more I have it, the more I'm getting the pumpkin and the squash. Like the Gorgeous is very good, but you can get good pumpkin beers, but a good pumpkin cider is hard to find. So it's good enough to raise the dead. Mark, we should bring it back.
No pun intended.
Yes.
An on-air seance.
That was
yeah.
So Seth, you are up.
Yeah, well, you're gonna love this one because it's even a bigger departure from our.
It's the April Flowers ale.
Spring flash.
Yeah, it's a spring thing.
It's I mean, I guess this could be let's say a rookie mistake, but maybe not knowing exactly where the cutoff is. But excuse me. So this one.
Wait, are you new to seasons? Is that what you're saying? This is not really.
I'm real new. Like in the food, the corresponding foods and stuff.
Okay.
This one is from Founders Brewing. It's ginger spice barreled and nice. There's a gingerbread man on it. I don't know, is that found outside of Christmas ever? Is he one of the?
What tripped you up? The Christmas Cousins name?
I don't know. It smells really good.
I tell you, it must be so fun to just have Seth on your show all the time.
You never know what I'm going to get into.
You can't script it, Bob. You cannot write any of this. That's the brilliance of it. So.
I was just limited on what I could find, so it was just. I went with that's
I went with a Christmas beer. What the heck? It's a Christmas podcast.
I have I have an Oktoberfest backup, but
Wait, you had a choice. Oh my God. You had a choice between the Oktoberfest and the Christmas one on the fall beers episode, and you went with the Christmas one.
It was the one I grabbed when I went down. I have a lot. I just got my my current what is it, or my quarterly release of beers for my beer club. So,
and was it pumpkin-y?
No, there's no pumpkin ones in there. None at
all ones at all.
It was Oktoberfest, and then there was a
oh no.
Yeah.
Mark, you want to hear something? I'm sorry, Joe. Go on.
But let's stick with the one with the gingerbread on it, and not get the one that's the Oktoberfest.
Makes sense to me. I'm following that logic perfectly.
Oh, yeah.
When they do the packs, they come in. They give you 2 of each. I've already had the Oktoberfest one, so I figured it wouldn't be
okay. Mark, we had a pumpkin spice latte tasting, Starbucks tasting. So we get to record, and cousin Seth shows up, sans pumpkin spice latte. So I said, what happened? He said, I drank it earlier before the show. I said, okay. And then he goes, well, I drank half of it. And ready for this, Mark? And threw the other half out. Instead of keeping it and heating it up for the episode, he threw it out and came empty-handed. So he was the first ever taste test without something to taste or test. It was amazing.
I was out and about.
Andy Kaufman.
Right.
Oh my!
Wasn't Andy? So, Seth, are you drinking? Are you going to drink the gingerbread?
Yeah.
Yes. So let me try it. So yeah, it smells great. There's ginger.
He's practicing to be Santa Claus. So
I'm sitting there on Christmas Day, and it's snowing out. It's snowing outside.
Oh my gosh! For a guy who's always late to the show, he's very early to the Christmas beer episode.
Oh, wild! Oh, that's terrible. That's absolutely terrible. Serves me right. Oh, awful. It's thick. It's like I'm not a good spice.
Well, we know he doesn't like thick. No.
Joe,
Yeah, exactly.
I see your face, Joe. You're getting some good out of context stuff now. I know that.
Oh, I had to retire. I retired from the out of context stuff.
Right.
I can't ever beat the last version I did. So
I know, but every time you try to quit, they pull you back in. With
I
a
know.
new one.
I know. It's really hard. It's really hard not to mark in my mind. Minute 1 hour and 21 minutes in. Seth.
That's what he did.
Wow. So Seth, what are you drinking again? What is it called? Founder's
Ginger spice barreled and nice. So
I bet it's barreled. It has that barrel. That's why it's thick. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
It's a Kentucky barrel beer. Yeah.
Yes,
it's oaky.
12.8% ABV barley wine, Seth. It's a barley wine.
Oh,
can you take another sip, please?
It's not even a beer.
Right. Well, I told you.
It's one of those mulled wines that you get down at the Christmas market.
Exactly.
Wait, Seth, how many beers did you have before you went to Binny's?
None. Well, no, none today.
Seth, can you do one more beer tasting? Because one more taste of it, because we didn't actually see it. So
I don't know. It's getting harder and harder to keep that down.
It's all about Seth right now.
No.
Yeah, one more tasting, Seth, please. Here we go.
It's starting to settle in my stomach.
Yeah.
Oh no.
It's like,
I think we gotta get the founders.
I'm picking up nearly.
We can't blame the founders. They're not ready to brew their Christmas beers yet. This is last year's.
No, they're like, hey, buddy, it's not a beer. It's a wine. It's a barley wine.
Why would they put it next to the other one? Oh, so does does barley wine taste like mulled wine? I mean, obviously it's warmer, but maybe not as disgusting.
I think, Mark, isn't it a mulled wine? Isn't that what barley wine is?
I think it is. Yeah, I'm not an expert, but I think that's exactly what it is. So, we have to go to Grand Rapids. Yeah, that could be a fun thing to do, is do a multiple live show from Grand Rapids, Michigan. I mean, they have so many breweries there that we could just walk around. In fact,
Really?
yeah, it's Grand Rapids I think that's where Founders is from. We went there for a beer festival, and it was amazing how many different breweries, and like little small ones where some of the small breweries, like some of their beers, just I think you mentioned this before as we were coming on about the IPA beers. Some of them just are so focused on that, but in Grand Rapids, there's some really solid breweries that will produce different types of beer that you can sort of just get a little taste along the way. Their beer festival is excellent.
Really? Oh, that's a good tip to go. Okay, Grand Rapids, Michigan Founding Brewery, 235 Granville Avenue, Southwest. I like that.
You know, Mark, one time when we were doing a taste testing, we had one from Asheville, and you had just gone there, Asheville, North Carolina.
Yeah, Asheville's also good. Which one did you have? Do you remember?
Do you remember it wasn't one of mine? It was either one of you, either Chad.
Asheville has like 100 breweries. Asheville is really cool. It's a great area. Cool. Tons of breweries. Yeah. Yep. So it's about like 5 hours west of where I am, but I go out there. It's fun. So yeah, I don't think we could guess, but they've got good ones. So Joe, what were you saying? You had some news?
There's a review on Untapped where someone said this tastes like a ginger cookie soaked in booze. It's good, but good Lord, it's heavy. That's what it's
Yeah.
Oh, there you go.
Seth.
It really is.
Can you Seth? How about one more good swig? Come on, Seth.
No, I can't. It's starting to fit there. And it's just like
how was your cookie soaked in booze?
I wasn't getting. I mean, I don't know. Maybe I was overwhelmed by the heaviness. Or
soak it in eggnog. Okay.
You saw? Yeah, I had sent you a text of something that I had no idea existed.
Pumpkin spice eggnog. Seth found.
Yeah. I don't know where it is, but I just found it on Instagram. I don't know if anybody actually.
I think there's another taste test there.
I'm definitely down with that. Yes, whoever wants to join, that's going to be great with Seth. He will possibly throw up. It's going to be fun.
It shows you how committed I am. I'm like, this will make me sick. I'm like, I still send it.
Keep drinking.
That's right. I love that dedication. Now, Mark, here's a quick clip of Cousin Seth's second ever taste of eggnog. Here we go, Mark.
I'll try another one of this. So
another sip of the regular. Yes, please.
Yes,
please. Okay. Here he goes, everybody. Second sip ever of eggnog. Here we go.
Oh my god!
Oh, it doesn't get old.
That's sick out of the air.
Nope.
Not gonna do it.
Oh, that's great. See, Mark, you have to catch up on all 142 episodes. You're missing gems like that.
Well, I actually have listened to several of them, and the last one I listened to was really good because wasn't it Seth who was talking about some guy who poops or something like that?
Yes.
Oh, yes. The guy from
Catalonia, Spain.
Yes. Well done.
Interesting. I was like, it just seemed, I don't know, very much in direct contrast to what the nativity scene represents.
That's right.
Has going on.
What you did?
If you zoom out of the nativity scene, like you have to zoom out far, but you can see the guy pooping there.
Yeah. I think you can buy celebrities of like they have Obama doing pooping.
Really?
Yes, they have all these different celebrities you can buy that put in your Catalonia.
We need to make a Cousin Seth one. That'll sell like hotcakes. Wow. I'm making a note, Seth. I'll try to find someone who can do the mold for us.
My daughter kicks open the door, takes a picture of me. Want it with or without the squatty potty?
Sometimes, guys, I just randomly, I'll like text, I have a group chat with Seth's daughter, my daughter. We have a whole thing going. And I'm like, can you please send a picture of what Seth is like his outfit today? And then she'll send back pictures like my in-house spy. It's so fantastic. So I just like to see what Seth is up to throughout the day randomly. Great.
Yeah, when I picked her up at the airport, after the first thing she did, she walked out, takes out the phone and just like takes it back.
I like that recently when you were asking Seth like what he first thought about when you started the podcast, and he thought, yeah, maybe it'd last a little while, and he had no idea how it was going to consume his whole life.
Seriously,
I really did.
Finding love, everything.
Yeah, and I mean, being with Mario Lopez on the a Hallmark Christmas movie,
taking over.
Yeah, it's crazy.
You're the it boy, Seth. You're the new it boy. So, who are we? Do we have more? Are we up to the Pumpkin Southern Imperial? Mark, I don't know. Do you have a Southern Tier Pumpkin one, or did Bob not bring you one?
No, I did. We got the caramel one.
Yeah.
Oh, nice.
Excited, yes.
Well, did Bob do his second beer yet, or no?
Oh, yeah, I did. Pumpkin Smasher.
Oh, Pumpkin Smashers. Just Sasquatch.
Yes.
Oh my gosh, I need a bottle opener. This one doesn't
twist.
It doesn't twist. I used to have Seth. You remember my old friend Curtis from high school?
Yeah.
He used to take him and just bite him off for me.
Are you serious?
Yeah.
Wait, Chad. You can use your wedding ring. That's how I always use. That's what
I'm not wearing anything. My wife doesn't let me leave the house. I don't need a ring. I may have to get one real fast. All right, I didn't think that one through. Wow. That's why I drink cider. They're so easy to open. All right. Hold down the fort, gentlemen. I'll be right back.
Okay.
So I have the pumpkin glass.
Nice.
Look at
Well
that.
done.
Yeah.
Well done.
So,
Nice. Did you order that, or did it come as a set? Or
a couple years ago, I always buy a case, and so they were doing if you buy a case, you get a free glass.
Oh,
So
promotional.
So I was like, well, damn, I want my glass. So yeah.
Mark, Joe put a picture up over the weekend. He was on his back deck watching. It was Star Wars, right? Was it Empire Strikes Back?
Yep.
Yeah. And he had you could just see his glass with like the lights shining through it. It looked awesome. Fire going. It was the perfect fall evening.
When I watch a movie, I have a giant screen, and then I watch a movie, and I have a little bit of a whiskey. I have a cigar and a beer.
Perfect. Sounds like a good combo.
It's best time.
Wow, they're loving that. What happened? I can't wait to hear what I missed on the show.
Just talking about my beer glass.
Oh, nice. Okay, that looks. Is that official Pumpkin Southern Tier glass?
Yep. Mm-hmm. I'm also wearing the official.
Don't stand up.
Wow.
Oh, wow.
Have you ever been to the brewery, Joe?
Well, we have one in Pittsburgh.
Oh, you do? Okay.
Mm-hmm.
And have you ever had this caramel one? I'm just curious.
Yeah. Mm-hmm. I've had the caramel one, the coffee one. I have a couple bottles of Warlock, which is like the dark ale pumpkin beer.
Wow.
I do want to head to the New York brewery because there's the distillery is up there as well, and they make Southern Tier pumpkin whiskey. And yes, and they have not been able to get into Pennsylvania, except that you can order it, and they will deliver it to the Pittsburgh brewery, and you can pick it up there. So it's actually happening next week. The pumpkin is going to be available. I'm going to put in my order. Going to go pick it up in Pittsburgh sometime the week of the 18th. So
wow. So those of you who want to see Joe in person, he'll be appearing at the
Southern Tier
Brewing, Pittsburgh on the 18th. Wow.
Yeah, and I also picked this up this weekend.
Wow.
It's
got a lot of disposable income I'm getting. Glasses, whiskey, everything.
This is Bird Dog whiskey, pumpkin spice flavored. Now, Bird Dog whiskey is bottom shelf stuff. Like it is not like the best. Whatever. I have not tried this yet. I opened it up, but I have not tried it yet. I was waiting to see if we were gonna eventually do a whiskey tasting one. I'll hold it for that.
Wow.
Okay.
Yeah,
you might be down with that.
Is that anything like Mad Dog?
Kinda, yeah.
Okay.
Mad Dog. I remember that.
Oh yeah.
But it's whiskey, but it's kind of like the moonshine. They flavor it doesn't sit in the barrels very long. It's probably like 6 months. You don't get a
Right.
real good. You don't get a real good whiskey out of something that doesn't sit for that short amount of time. You need it to be
Right.
at least 4 years to get something good. So
You know, Mark, it's funny you mentioned the Mad Dog because they call that the champagne of Wilkes-Barre. Seth usually
That's why he
last
serves
time-
it at all his family events.
It's a family
That's right.
tradition.
Yeah, we have in
It's like the
flutes.
Andrew Jackson inauguration party, from what I hear. It's wild. Seth, last time we had a whiskey tasting, I brought like regular one. It was like 4-year-old one. Joe, you would appreciate it. Seth brought a Macallan 1926 whiskey. It was 60 years in the bottle. It was like a $2 million bottle, and I'm like, Seth, mine was like $10. But anyway, that's what you get.
Did they have gold flakes in it?
Absolutely.
His did. Yes,
Glitter.
and he would just spit them out. Yeah, it was crazy. And it had unicorn glitter in there. So
yes,
it was wild.
glitter.
Very rare. So are we all going to drink this together, a group chat, celebratory, and then we'll get the show started. I haven't hit record yet.
Chad, is this your first pumpkin beer?
No, I have had it before, actually, based
Okay.
on your recommendation too. But
Okay.
So you guys are doing. So Joe, Chad, you're doing the regular pumpkin, and then the
Mhm.
rest of us are doing the caramel one.
Caramel.
yes, Bob and Mark have caramel. Joe and I have the regular, and Seth has their Christmas ale. So we are ready to go. Cheers, folks.
All right,
gentlemen,
cheers.
cheers.
Cider.
Let's do it.
Cheers.
Wow, great taste.
Mhm.
Nothing like a podcast with no one talking and just guys grunting.
Yeah, great.
Wait, so I'm curious, Mark and Seth, what do you think of this caramel?
Cheers. Yeah, go ahead, Seth.
Oh no, it's it's not too overwhelming. I taste a lot of it on the back end, as far as the caramel and everything, but it's good. I think I don't taste any pumpkin.
I don't taste any pumpkin. Yeah, same thing.
Yeah.
Really?
The caramel tastes good though, but I don't taste any
Yeah.
pumpkin.
Yeah, agreed. Yeah, it tastes a little bit like Robitussin DM, which was a cough medicine I had to take when I was a kid.
Wow.
But again,
Oh.
you know,
The
we
champagne
drank-
of Wilkes-Barre Part 2.
yeah,
The mixer.
Wait, it tastes like Robitussin, Mark? You're saying so that's not good. That's not a good review.
well, you know, but when we couldn't get into the liquor stores, that's what we drank was Robitussin.
Oh my gosh. That kept your parents busy at their office, I guess, huh?
Right.
Everybody drinking such a young age. So
This is Christmas Cousins' true confessions.
Yeah, I mean, I guess I was expecting more pumpkin. All kidding aside, I was expecting more pumpkin taste of it,
Yeah.
but really the caramel overwhelms it. So I guess I would
Wow.
call it, Southern tier caramel because I've had Southern tier pumpkin beer before, and it's very good. So this iteration of it, I'm just not sure.
Yeah, I don't think I mean, I like the caramel taste,
Yeah.
but there's no pumpkin at all. Not at all.
Oh, that's so. None of you are getting pumpkin. Well, Joe, have you had the caramel pumpkin one?
I have. I'm not a fan of that one or the coffee one. Like, I think they're
Mhm.
good. I don't say that they're. I would give them a 4 out of 5. Like, this is the king of pumpkin beers. Like, you can't beat this
Yeah.
one.
I agree.
This is
Right.
5.
It
This
is
is
good.
5 out of this. I would give this 6 out of 5. It's that good. But the coffee one, the caramel one, they're good. I enjoyed them, but
Right.
yeah, nothing beats the regular. So
Yeah, I agree. This is a really good one. Although I don't know if it's my favorite ever pumpkin beer. I don't know which one would be, but it is very good. I could drink it any time. Have you, Mark? Have you ever had pumpkin beer brewed with water direct from the Susquehanna River? It's supposed to be like unbelievable.
I've never had. I've swam in the Susquehanna.
Have you? Okay. Is it?
I've fished in the Susquehanna. I've had the Susquehanna come over the top and flood my hometown of Wilkes-Barre. But
Really?
his
Wow.
dad has found people who were died in the Susquehanna.
so if you want to go there, my dad was a deputy coroner, and I tell you what, we did fish someone out of the river.
Yeah,
Oh,
I
wow.
believe it. I believe it. Yeah.
Yeah.
Had too many pumpkins.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Wow, interesting. Okay. Boys, we're eating good tonight. They're flooding all over now.
We're taking this one home.
Uh-huh.
Oh my God.
Eat the head now. A special occasion.
I blame it on the moonshine.
I'm very impressed. I'm very impressed with how much you know about Wilkes-Barre.
He's looking it up as we talk.
No, I only have one screen. I just know. I spend a lot of time in Kirby Park, which is, of course, on the western bank of the Susquehanna. You know that, right? I've gone through all 91 acres of the open space in the downtown riverfront park system. You know, Mark, I just know these things. Just,
You are amazing. You know, you are so much smarter than Bob told me you were. Because he did not build you up very high.
Yeah, lower the expectations. I like that, Bob. That's what I asked you to do. So
I just said he's like a surfer dude.
That's it. An illiterate surfer dude. Yeah. I don't know much about the coal region. I'm a surfer. So no, this has been a lot of fun. I don't know if we accomplished the tasting or not, but it was certainly fun. I'll probably break this up into a 5-part special that will just air throughout October, and then we'll re-edit it so Seth's Christmas one kicks off the Christmas season right after Halloween.
That makes a lot of sense.
Yeah, it's hard to make sense.
He's got to start off the Christmas one with a pumpkin beer.
I found one. I finally was on the clearance rack.
Yeah, exactly. Binny's bargain bin. That's what I'm worried about, Seth. All that money. Well, you don't get rich by buying the in-season beer, I guess, cousin Seth. That's your trick. Well, so everybody who's still listening, first of all, congratulations on your stamina.
Yeah.
This is really impressive.
Yes.
But I want to say, definitely check out Festive Foreign Film Fans, the 4F. There's Bob, there's Mark. They've got merch store. They've got stickers they give out. They have Jake, their sound engineer. They've got consultants. They're the darlings of the podcast world. All the youth are listening to them. My kids watch all their TikTok stuff. It's amazing. So you guys are taking over. Mark, you tried to retire and you're busier than ever. And I appreciate this. I'm glad we got to meet you finally. Joe, of course, the Christmas aficionado. If you can spell it, you can find it. You'd have a lot more views if you had an easier to spell name. Joe.
Yeah, sometimes I can't find it either. So it's tough.
After that moonshine, I'm sure a aficionado.
That's right. So that's Joe. Check him out. He's got some great new shows. Now, cousin Seth will be appearing at Lazy Dog somewhere in the Chicago area, and also some late night karaoke's he's been known to have, as we know, right, gentlemen? He does some pretty good karaoke stuff. Seth, you're probably not drunk enough to do your karaoke tonight, I'm imagining.
Not yet.
Wait, can you reveal what you and Mrs. X are going to be like for Halloween? Are you going to be like the plug and she's going to be the outlet?
Yeah, reverse it. No, we haven't. Had a couple ideas, but yeah, nothing has been agreed upon yet. So we'll see.
Oh wow! Oh, so you are going to dress up together?
I think it'd be fun. So it's a.
Wait, he could use that Santa costume, and then she could be really hot Mrs. Claus.
Yeah, there you go. I like that. All right. So check out Seth. Appearing everywhere, and also on the Christmas Cousins podcast at Christmas Cousins Pod, christmascousinspod@gmail.com. You might find him at a local karaoke bar late night. Here's a little footage of. There he goes. Mark, this is actually Seth. Can you imagine? Beautiful voice.
Wow.
Man, I love that, right?
Darker times.
Really good.
He's usually weeping.
That's right.
While he sings.
You need a crying sound effect. Thank you to everybody who showed up and stayed, the crowd. This is amazing. You stayed the whole time as well. This is awesome. And we will be back for possibly, who knows, a pumpkin whiskey tasting. There could be a pumpkin eggnog tasting. There will definitely be more tasting. We'll definitely have the Christmas tasting beers to come. Who knows what everyone will bring. A lot of fun. So, guys, thank you so much. Unless there's anything else to plug, I will play us off with the beautiful.
Sorry I was late.
You tried. You tried your best, Bob. And the party didn't start till you got here anyway. So thank you guys. And Mark, you survived your first episode. Seth, is Mark officially cousin Mark now? That's the last question before we log off here.
Absolutely. Welcome, cousin Mark. We're happy to have you.
Wow.
Wow.
What an
Family
oath.
is growing by the day.
He hasn't denied anybody yet, so just keep that in mind.
Thanks for the
Now you're
context.
But you're in Seth's will now, so that's pretty good.
That's,
sounds like a good
that's
place
all
to
that
do it.
matters. We're a relation now, so we get part of it.
Exactly. Well, thank you guys, and everybody check them out on their various ventures. Check us out. Thank you. We'll see you next time. Oh, I hit the wrong button. There we go. Sound of happiness.
I know what to do.